Hello to all my Tingle fans, and welcome back to Only Tingles ASMR. Today I'm going to do another, as you can see, watch collection video. It's going to be soft-spoken today. I haven't done one of the watch collection videos in a while. I only have 4, but, obviously I hope to add to the collection over time, and I can do them in the future. I've only done 2 so far, so this will be watch collection number 3. But yeah, this will be a soft-spoken. I'm also going to do hard candy, but they're actually, so I got some new ones. As you guys know, I try to keep it a little healthy. I don't want to do traditional hard candy all the time, so I got these, they're like drops, but they're made from honey. So we'll try these out, eucalyptus and lemon, by a brand called Wetherspoon. So I don't know, yeah, we'll see how they go. Pretty much just sweetened with honey. Well, there's cane sugar too, which isn't great, but well, not terrible, but it is what it is. So I'll have a couple of those, and then I'll talk through one of the watches in the collection. So far, we have done the one that I'm currently wearing. This is the one that I wear the most, just on the daily. My Christopher Ward GMT, and then the other one we've done is the Tudor Royal here. This is the one. So I've talked about why I've gotten these watches. Typically, people who collect watches, they like to collect watches and tell a story with them. So they got their watches for a specific reason. So this one, I talked about in the video where I was showing this watch, but was when I got engaged to my now wife. When I bought her engagement ring, I wanted to buy something, for me too, to kind of like represent the experience. And we both like gold. Her ring was gold. There's diamonds. So I wanted to get something that was similar, that had a similar kind of aesthetic. Getting something all gold would have been, these are, don't get me wrong, they're, relatively expensive, but like an all gold watch would have been terribly expensive. So this was something that I was thankfully able to afford, that had some gold and then some diamonds there on the dial. This one I bought after one of my first trips going overseas for work. It's just kind of like a cool accomplishment. Like I've, was able to go and travel for work, which is a cool thing. So this one's designed where, you see it's got the 24-hour ring around the watch here on the bezel. Allows you to tell 2 time zones, so you can use the dial for 1 time zone, and then this one, the orange hand, gives you your other time zone. So it's kind of cool. So that was like why I bought those watches. But yeah, I'll get into the watch we'll talk about today. Let me do a hard candy first. Try one of these new ones. As always, if you guys are enjoying, please, like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. Really helps the channel. I do this for fun though, so end of the day, I just appreciate you stopping by. Let me open this away from the camera a little bit so it's not too loud. Okay, simple packaging here. It seems pretty hard. I don't want to be too loud with the plastic, but I do think the plastic does make some good noise. I mentioned that my wife and I will be going on our honeymoon soon, and some of the videos that I'll be putting up over the next couple weeks will probably be shorter because I am trying to do a couple videos a day, and I'm not able to dedicate, a full, hour, 2 hours plus to videos each day. So some of the next couple videos might be a little shorter, so I apologize for that, but I just want to have some content, scheduled to go out while I'm gone, because I'm not going to be able to record for 2 weeks. Let me open this. Let's see what the flavor's like. I'll do a little review first. Wow, it's very pungent. You can smell the lemon, like from here. Like I just opened it and I was like hit with a scent of lemon. Yeah, very pungent. But not bad, just smells like lemon. Okay, let's get this in. Oh, It's very tasty and quite large. Like, it's harder to talk with this in my mouth. It's bigger than like a traditional hard candy, which is kind of cool. I don't know if you can really tell, but this is kind of big. Like, here's my thumb for reference. Like, I don't know if that helps, but it's a pretty thick, big drop. Okay, so the watch today is going to be, actually, one thing I should say, I don't know if I've talked about this, but I really like this watch box that I have. So this, you can see it's engraved. It's got my initials there, DR. My wife got this for me. Really nice wood grain. It's got 10 slots. I love to fill out each of those slots over time. I've got some time. I'm certainly not rushing, but each watch has a very like specific purpose. So I'd like to have like a very nice kind of versatile watch collection. But anyway, today I'm going to talk about this watch, which is definitely the more fun, playful watch in my collection. Now, let me put this back down. So, a lot of people who are watch collectors or in the watch community will certainly look down on a watch like this. I don't think that's fair. I think everyone's allowed to like the watches they want. I think everyone should have a watch. If you're, a watch fan or a watch collector, everyone should have that one kind of fun, silly, unique piece in their collection. And for me, this is mine. I won't say silly, but like unique, right? So there's a thing in the watch community called like fashion watches. So not traditionally made by the well-known Swiss watchmakers, or there are some German or like French or even US, like just some watchmakers that are really well known. But then there's the Gucci's and maybe like Movado, or like, I don't know, there's just, and I'm not saying these are bad watches, I think they're all great watches, but there are certain people in the community who just look down on watches like this. They call them fashion watches. And Gucci is not really known for not known for being a watch company, right? We know them for clothing, leather goods. So people kind of look down on a watch like this, but I certainly like this watch. Now, it's not very practical in that if you look on the dial here, right, there's no hour markers, there's no, Roman numerals, nothing to like tell you what the actual time is, right? I mean, obviously based off of where the hour hand and the minute hand is. And that's why they say like fashion watch. Like, it's not really meant to tell time. It's just like there to be a piece. Now, I'm also pretty sure that this is technically a lady's watch. I mean, I think it's probably fine to be unisex, but I'll talk about why I like this watch, why it means me. So this is the first watch that my wife actually bought for me. So it will always have a special place in my heart. I think you can gather maybe why, but number one, you can see there's a cat motif on the dial. I'm a huge cat lover. You guys know I have a cat. I was the cat dad when I met my wife. My wife had the pup. I had the cat. So I've always had cats my whole life. And I've always had, well, not always, but I've had a lot of, two orange tabby cats. The etching kind of looks like my current cat. Like, it has that tabby kind of face and look. And my wife thought it would be perfect. So obviously, number one reason why she wanted to get me this watch. Now, the other reason, you can kind of tell, hopefully, that it's the dial itself It's a mother of pearl, so it's a pearl dial, very, very minimal. It's very thin, but you can see it's see-through. So it's not a full skeleton. Skeleton dial is when you can see directly through it, so it's clear. But you can see through quite a bit. So like skeleton would be if it was like that, like completely clear on the back. But it's a mother of pearl, so it's a pearl dial, very thin, that you can see through. And I had told my wife previously, like I like certain watches that have a see-through dial. She thought it was really cool. It's got that nice like sheen, like in certain light, it kind of looks like a rainbow, and you could just see some different colors pop off of it, which is cool. And then the inner, on the inside of the bezel on the watch, I actually don't know what that inner ring is called, but you can see there's like, it's like a little jagged, like looks like little teeth, which was just kind of a fun look. And then the one thing people, they talk down on these types of watches typically when they're quartz watches. Now, again, nothing wrong with a quartz watch. Quartz is battery powered, whereas automatic has quite a complex mechanism where the movement is powered by the movement is powered basically by all these little pieces inside here, right? There's a lot of different gears and jewels and things like that. So this is an automatic, even though it's a Gucci. It's not a quartz watch, which is great. I do love whenever on the back is see-through. They called it the exhibition case back, so you can see the movement inside, which I think is really cool. It's a nice touch. Gucci, it's got their little bee on there, one of their motifs that they use. Certainly nobody will see that when you're wearing it, right? But it's still cool. It's always nice to see that. And then the original strap that came on this watch was, I think it was like a brown ostrich leather strap, but we wanted to make this one a little more unique and fun. And because I have an orange tabby, and my previous cap before that was an orange tabby, we wanted to throw the fun orange strap on here, right? So we have it's just a very fun, right, like unique cat dial, cat phase. Got the orange rubber strap. It's a watch that I wear sometimes during the day. It's good for the summer. You typically wear rubber straps during the summer. It's warmer out. But yeah, that was the reasoning behind getting this watch. And again, not, I guess, super practical, if you will, because you can still tell time, obviously, but it doesn't have the actual hour markers or anything like that. So, but yeah, that is this watch. I wear this one. Well, I try to wear them all at least once during the week, just to keep them the movement working. There's movement in terms of you have to wind the actual watch to get it to move. There are some schools of thought where you're not supposed to do that often because they think it actually grinds the gears down a little bit over time, and then the watch will require some service, which just naturally happens with watches because of all these little intricate pieces in here. They're going to need some servicing over time. Some people have their watches on special display cases that are constantly turning to keep the watch actually running. So the way it's powered is once you activate or once you turn your crown, this piece here is called the crown, and you pull it out and then you wind it. So this one, just leave here, jig in here. And once you wind it maybe like 15 times or so, you'll see the second hand start to go. I'm going the wrong way. It's gotta go clockwise. Sorry, I just messed with the watch there. See, now the second hand is activated. But then once you give it like a jump start, I usually do about like 20 and 25 turns. This piece back here, you see it rotates. That actually helps spin the movement to keep it activated throughout the day, so you don't have to keep spinning it. So you kind of have gravity on the side. So as you're wearing it and you're moving around, that piece is moving with you, and it helps power the movement. So you don't have to just keep winding it randomly throughout the day. It's going to stay running because you're wearing it on your wrist and you're moving it around. So, yeah, very cool. Very simple watch, but I think it's very fun. It is water resistant, which is good. You can wear it not super deep, but I just love looking inside the movement too. See if we can focus on that. Sorry, I had to pause the film there, the video for a second. I've had a lot of activity with my neighbors recently in the hallway. The area where I live is like towards the back of the building. We don't really have a lot of people walking by. But the last couple of videos I've recorded, there's been people walking by, so sorry about that. But yeah, this is the Gucci. I think it's a very, very fun watch. Yeah, I really do enjoy it. Very unique. Definitely my most fun watch. We'll talk about another one of these in the next few videos, but yeah, let me put this one back in here. Get it put away. I'm going to hopefully film another one of these watch videos so that they'll both go up in the next couple weeks. Like I said, the honeymoon trip is going to be about 2 weeks, so certainly going to be the longest I've been away since I started the channel. And you know, I was able to pre-record a couple videos during my wedding about a month and a half or so ago. So yeah, I had a couple videos still go up, but I was only gone for like 6 days, 7 days. No, it was like 6 days. But yeah, this one's gonna be a little more complex, and that I won't record, and I'm gonna have to try to get a lot of stuff pre-recorded. So yeah, but I do have quite a few other videos I want to get up. I'm gonna get another Cloodle up. I want to get another playthrough, I think, of harmonies. It's been a while since we've played harmonies, and I think a lot of people love harmonies on this channel. So we'll get one of those up too, and then I have them here. I'll just do a sneak peek at a future video. Let me move this over, but I have, I've talked about this before, but I have not shown them yet. I have a bit of a Pokemon card collection. So I've played Pokemon, I might date myself, but I've played Pokemon since the beginning. And I was around when the original was released. I was a little bit, not older, but I was like the right demographic. I think, I don't know what, 25, 10, yeah, maybe something like 10, 11, something like that, when they came out. And I've been collecting cards, and I've been playing the game since the beginning. Now these cards here, I have others that are in binders, but these are the ones that I have kind of in their own case. It's not a great case, but these are the ones that like are my slightly more valuable cards, or at least the cards that I just enjoy more. And what I want to do is I want to get these all, they all need to be in here. Let me actually undo this, and so it's not super loud. Pull this away here from the camera. Ooh, that was kind of loud. Hopefully it's not too bad. Okay. So what I want to do is I have several cards that are in little plastic sleeves, but I want to put all of them in plastic sleeves and then into a harder case. So you'll see some of these are just in, this is a fun little Pikachu. Some of these are loose in a harder case, but I want to take them out, put them in a plastic sleeve, and then put them in the harder case. So I think I might do that on one of the channels, and it'll make some good, or one of the videos. It'll make some good plastic noises, hopefully. But that will be coming soon, I believe. I've got quite a few in here. Yeah, some of these, this one has some of these don't have any, yeah, I mean, this one isn't in a hard sleeve. Neither is this one, so I want to take all of these and put them in a hard sleeve too. So that will be coming soon in the video for sure. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and hope this video gave you tingles as always, and we'll catch you next time.